slash shamanism, I have someone is doing something to me. Outside energy is affecting me in the astral world. Well, actually, we're putting that person in your dreams because we think they have a good lesson for you and their vibration is conducive to you. And actually, from a state of wholeness, you allowed it. You allowed it. And guess what? No one can do anything to you in the astral world without your consent. Everything that happens to you in the spiritual world is your consent. And anything that says different is some bullshit dogma keeping you dogmatized and weighed down. You want to be a shaman? Learn this reality. Everything is belief. Your beliefs are given back to you. Even when you astral travel, your beliefs are given back to you. And everything is consensual, even in your physical life. That's why people like Ram Dass, when someone says their son drowned, he says their soul chose to drown. But guess what? If you're psychic, if you astral travel, it's even more obvious. Instead of overarching soul agreements like I'm going to die on this day, it's like, motherfucker, you can't even look at me if I don't let you look at me. That's what it's like in the spiritual world. So if you have entity attachments, demons, curses, there's two ways you have those. You're letting them in, you're allowing yourself to have them, and you're creating them yourself. This shit, you create it. Even if a demon, let's say there's a demon, this is what intelligent aliens tell us. You don't think the aliens know? The aliens know. You let a demon in, you know what you're really doing? You're agreeing to make your version of that demon in your reality. That's what you're doing. And the moment you stop that agreement, the moment you don't want to do that anymore, is the moment it stops. Okay? Second way you're doing this is belief. You are so fucking smart. The highest pinnacle of you in infinity, which is infinite. You know how smart that motherfucker is? He's so damn smart, and he doesn't have much of an ego, so he can take any form you believe. You see a gangster in the street, and you're like, oh, the gangster makes me feel that way. When you get psychic, you know what you see? You see yourself dressed up as a gangster, and those are the chakras you're scanning. That's what you're feeling. You're the version of you as a gangster. That's what the higher self does. You think lower ego has a belief. I think there's a demon in my house. Higher self's like, bet, let me get on that for you real quick. Once you know this, when you see a demon, you go, holy shit, my higher self is so fucking smart. Look how scary that shit looks. You're a boss, Brody. You are an artist. You are an artist. Look how free you are. And you can go up to him and be like, yo, what's up? I know it's you, Brody. He'll be like, let me drop some knowledge on you real quick. That's what it's like. If you believe something, your higher self feeds it back to you, aka your subconscious. What are most people not conscious of? The spiritual planes. That's what your subconscious is. It's your soul's higher intelligence, right? You see how it works, right? The subtle feelings you get, they have to come from somewhere. They come from your higher intelligence. This is how it works. Your higher intelligence is practically forced by your beliefs, by your physical mind. It's forced to do things. Not all of it, but the part of it that relates to your physical mind is forced to create based on your physical mind. So if you believe stuff, it feeds your beliefs back to you, subtly and explicitly, like dogma you believe being reaffirmed to you. Like thinking, oh, there was some bougie googie energy, so I said the Lord's Prayer, Jesus Christ forgive me, don't get triggered. That made my chakras feel better. That's like subtle higher mind affecting you. Then there's like, I had a dream where we all flew into the sky and got judged. Christ is real. That's the higher mind explicitly affecting you, all based on your beliefs. And guess what happens? Most people sink. Where the psychotic sinks, the mystic swims. Most people are caught in a constant loop of their belief being fed back to them and then being reaffirmed and being fed back to them. Motherfucker, get out of your ego. You ain't that smart. You know what I'm saying? Because guess where this comes from? Beliefs come from you thinking you know what's going on. And when you realize the world doesn't revolve around you, first off, your beliefs change. No longer do you think some random guy named Satan's trying to make you watch porn, because he obviously doesn't have time for that. And that's thinking the whole world revolves around you. And second off, And second off, you no longer believe things. You start to believe less and less. You can have visions, experiences, subtle energies, and you just let them be what they are. And what tends to happen is you actually can gain more information, more judgment, if you even want to go that route, by not reacting fast. Like, here's the example. Like, this is a post that I've seen on shamanism. This freak keeps coming into my dreams, and every time he comes in, I run away or attack him. Motherfucker, you're letting him in your dreams. If you would just chill out, see what the guy has to say, then you'll realize why you let him in your dreams, right? Instead, she gets caught in a reaffirming belief cycle of like, this guy, like, what, this guy's evil, blah blah blah, projection and all that. But the soul doesn't give up. The soul is like, Brody, I'm gonna let him in your dreams because he's supposed to be in there for a reason. Like, your soul chose this. Or either you start hallucinating the guy because you're getting reaffirming beliefs back from your higher self. So what happens is, once you start to get more enlightened, is you start to believe less things. You let things just be as they are. You're without judgment, right? Isn't that the big thing? Your ego judges. Enlightened people don't judge, right? Like, an enlightened person can see you and still love you. That's because they don't judge you. And judgment is thinking you're smart. You're not that fucking smart. You think your judgment you pulled out of your ass is the right judgment? That's called having a big ego. That is. You ever listen to someone's judgment about you and you're like, bro, that's just your opinion. That's your goddamn opinion. A lot of spiritually ill people have huge judgments, huge spiritual opinions that they take as fact. And a lot of reaffirming beliefs, dogma, and how they manifest. And that's why they're ill. Like, I had this dream, and I'll tell you exactly what it means, and it means something bad. No, it doesn't. You had a dream, Brody. You know the body makes you forget your dreams instantly for a reason? So stop believing so much shit. Let stuff be as it is without judgment. And know that you're in full control of your reality, physical and spiritual. And I'm telling you, especially spiritual. You can take full control of your reality. And I just want to reaffirm, I didn't make it exactly clear. The crystallization of a judgment, which is based on ego, thinking you're smart enough to know what's going on, is a belief, right? And what happens with beliefs? Beliefs are fed back to us subtly and explicitly. Yeah. So next time you adopt a belief, motherfucker, is the person that told you that belief that smart, and are you that smart to know that's what's going on? Because you better know what's going on if you're going to believe something. Why not choose not to believe anything? This is where it gets interesting for people, right? Everything is consent, everything's belief. Is the world meaningless? Yes, it is. The world is meaningless, but you can add your meaning to it. That's what's so beautiful about it. Anything you want can be meaningful, right? Are morals real? No, they're not. They're a construct, right? They're something people use for meaning, right? So this is why a lot of people love dogma, because it's comforting to think like morals are real or the good guy always wins, when reality is you always win because you're in full control of your reality, no matter who you are. And everyone always wins. You can't just go fuck someone up. You can't do that, because most times they're not going to let you do it. And if they do, they're being a victim, right? The reality, like, if you know everything's your belief and everything is your consent, you can't get punished for anything either. And you stop feeling bad for fucking up and shit like that. That's some extra sauce at the end for you.